Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another day of Shaving with Rich. Today's shave is brought to you by, finally, I haven't got around to it until now, Chris Lindsay's Roasted Oatmeal Stout, which comes highly recommended. And I can tell you just from opening the container and sniffing at it, it does indeed smell like oatmeal cookies. The synthetic blood knot, well, the cheapest of handles, but it does match the knot. And today we're trying another super adjustable, but this is the one with the short handle. Last time you had one that was, a good 1/2 to 3/4 inch longer. This one is a P3, which would be 71, I think. This one's in a little better shape than the other one. I don't think it's going to make too much difference. I got a pretty good shape out of the last one. My brush is loaded, and there's no water in the... I'm going back to look at the other guys, how you've been lathering this, and I just used a wet brush this time, or damp brush, and just loaded it like I rented it. I like the lather in this has almost a, I don't know how sensitive this camera is, has almost a pinkish tinge to it. At first I thought it might be the picking up and reflecting the brush, but I pulled it away and it's still, maybe it's just like a beige color. It's a little bit not white, but nice. And lathering it and blooming it, it does indeed get a little bit more strong as far as its fragrance, and I like it very much. I like Guinness, so if I like Guinness, I gotta like the Oatmeal Stout, and was on the road all day yesterday. I should have shaved yesterday, but we went to pick up my niece at college. She's at the University of Indianapolis, on the southeast side of the city. We've never been there, and it's her freshman year, and her mother couldn't get over to pick her up, so we went over. It was a 3.5 hour trip, but it was an adventure with my mother-in-law and my wife, and we went over and picked her up. It's a nice college, a nice drive. It's incredibly busy traffic, though. Everybody's traveling to get to their Thanksgiving. We're traveling tomorrow to Thanksgiving, but I hope that a lot of the folks are done getting where they're supposed to be on Thanksgiving Day, and we'll be able to slide in. I do like the smell. Oh my goodness. Hideous traffic. And then on the way back, we had to be back a little bit early because I sit on our district advancement boards. Specifically, we sit Eagle Scout boards, and I wanted to be back by 6:30, and normally that would have been no problem. But there was a pretty excellent accident right on the south side, on the beltline of Columbus. And Columbus only has on the south side, only has 2 lanes both ways on 270. And there was 2 semis, one rear-ended the other, and they kind of jacked around a little bit. And they had closed off that entire side, so people were trying to get off exits, and it just plugged things up like 10 pounds of cheese. It was backed up as far as the eye could see. And well, good thing we were on the other side, but we were crawling around too because everybody was trying to figure out what was going wrong. You could see the blinking lights and people sitting ordering pizzas, and boy, it's slick too. This is going to be wonderful. This is second use on Gillette 7 o'clock black. I gotta tell you, right now it feels better than the first, but it could also be that this soap is incredible. It's like spraying Teflon on my face. So, the University of Indianapolis is on the southeast side of this city, and my niece is there. Good kid. I don't know why she doesn't. She's like 19. She hasn't got a driver's license yet, but she's a city slicker, or born in the city. And I guess you don't need a driver's license as much as you do out here in the more rural parts of the state. I said my daughter-in-law, same way. She always lived in Columbus. She, big proponent of taking the bus to work and whatnot. She never learned to drive either. I guess she knows how to drive, but she's terrible, so she doesn't have a license. So she isn't driving either. But we're going to Chicago tomorrow, and it's the second Thanksgiving since my mother passed away, and we're first time all the brothers are going to be there. My older brother, and all three of his kids, which means my sister-in-law isn't going to be there. I haven't seen her for 20 years. She just doesn't like to travel. I don't know. I don't understand. She doesn't like to travel, so even, you know, big deal family thing like we're doing, she ain't coming. I think my son's only seen her maybe once since he's been sentient. She was here when he was born 25 years ago, or 26, a long time ago, and then he hasn't met her. Well, he met her once at what is that? Got a bump on my neck. Oh, bug bite or something. I don't know. He only met her one time since then, and he's kind of curious, you know, about that. But that's just the way she is. She doesn't like to travel, and doesn't. She's happy where she is, so I guess that's okay. Good on her. But she's missing out some delightful people. My brothers are. Well, younger brother and I are very close. We're 5 years and 1 day apart. He was my birthday present in 1965. So I tried to take good care of my birthday present. He's turning into a good man. Takes good care of his wife and his 2 kids. Lives in the north part of Chicago, not Highland Park, right next to Highwood, a little Italian community. And he's ordered a smoked turkey. I'm looking forward to that. Been studying the menu, getting my keto choices taken care of. I think it's doable, although I'm going to take some liberties. And declared a free day. You can't not eat carbs on Thanksgiving. It's just very difficult, at least my understanding of what all's good and what's not good. I love my dressing. Dressing and gravy. I mean, turkey's great, but I'm kind of a gravy man. Which means I'll be great when I'm really old and I have no teeth. I'll be all set for dressing and gravy and whatever else they can do to get nourishment in me. I like pecan pie. I like dressing and gravy. I like my sweet taters. Green bean casserole is pretty good. Sometimes. It depends. I think it's a mood thing. I don't know. That's really not bad. I do a full pass. Yesterday I was monkeying around here in the bathroom, looking at myself in the mirror, admiring my manly face. I took my dry erase marker and I closed one eye and I traced my shaving areas on the mirror. Just zoop, zoop, zoop. Here's my neck, and this is my face, and here are the ears for reference, little nose. And then I took that marker and I marked out the face mapping, drew little arrows which way I could see the whiskers pointing out. So today I can close one eye and I can put my nose on the little mark, and using that to play around. And that's something that new guys can take a little nugget for what it's worth. It's fun for me to play with it, but it might be something that's useful to somebody who's just starting out and wanting to map their grain, because a lot of folks earlier in their shaving career, going against the grain can sometimes be irritating when your technique isn't on. And myself, I rarely do go against the grain. I go close to against the grain. And you guys who are anything about sailing, it's a close hauled reach. I'm approaching, for example, on my neck here, the grain goes, let me get face right in, the grain goes this way. So if my grain is this way, I'm close as I'll come to against the grain, because it's kind of to northeast. Heading southeast, I'll go straight north. I won't go northwest to pull those hairs up, because really down here it swirls around, and that's where new folks or guys who aren't used to, don't have our technique completely down yet, likely to irritate yourself. So drawing a face on the mirror isn't a bad thing. You can kind of line yourself up and see which way the grain's going. Do that before you start. Maybe give yourself a day or two of growth so that you can really see which direction they're going. And you can map it out and give yourself a handy aid. Here we go. An interesting thing happened yesterday too. We were east of Indianapolis. It was about 1 o'clock. We stopped for lunch at a Cracker Barrel. Just had my mother-in-law with us, and she likes Cracker Barrel. So we stopped there, and after we had our meal, we were out paying for it. I heard a familiar voice come from behind me, and there was a friend of mine from high school. My graduating class was small. There were only 80 people in our class. And here I am in the middle of pretty much nowhere on the rest stop along the highway in Indiana. And there's somebody from my graduating class from high school. We chatted a little bit. It's quite a surprise. Dang it, I missed this. Well, let me calm down. I don't think I'm going to push it because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. What are the odds of running into a high school mate 400 miles away from home in a restaurant that you've never been to? He still lives in Granville, which is, he lives in the Newark area too. But I haven't seen him for a very long time. He was our high school, our class president. Our 40th reunion is coming up next summer, and he's just starting to think about that. And I guess I'm going to help him out a little bit. Make some arrangements and stuff. He travels a lot, so I told him I'd help him. I'm using my Dog from Every Town Bay Rum. It started out as a bootleg Bay Rum, but then I started adding the bottoms of samples and a couple other Bay Rums in there, and it's a constantly evolving bottle of Bay Rum. And it seems like it would go pretty well with this roasted oatmeal stout. We will see. Right now, all I can smell is the Bay Rum. The soap is incredible. Well done, Chris. This is insane. That was the roasted oatmeal stout. And at the end, the short-handled super adjustable turned out real good. And the blood knot. I've got some other colors now. Same fella on Etsy where I got them. I got a blood knot, and now I've got a green one and a blue one and a purple one. Green, purple, and blue, and I think another color, and a tuxedo colored one. I don't know if he makes them or if he gets them from somewhere, but it's kind of cool, and I'm looking forward to setting those up too. But from my house to all of your homes who come in to visit with me on the Shave today, I wish you the greatest of Thanksgivings, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.